Hello, hello. Um, I'll get started because I don't want this to be too long. Um, this is a tribute to you, and kind of a keepsake. Something that I kind of want to start doing every now and then, maybe every year, month or so. Just as a way so you can know what I'm up to and kind of seeing a little behind the scenes in my life. So, first and foremost, happy birthday to you, Mom. I love you so much. Hope your day has been amazing and wonderful. Another year down for the books and much more success, much more prosperity, much more to learn and influence and grow and cultivate in your life and many others that you influence and impact. So yeah, happy birthday to you. And um, I saw this video that kind of sparked this idea to do this. It'll kind of be a series. It's called I got the idea from Steve Harvey, and he had a segment on his show, basically kind of saying or a tribute to his mom that had passed, and he was saying how just little things that like his mom taught him, and that little things he does today that still remind him of her, and that made me think of you and how much of an influence and impact you've had on my life and where I am today. And so I just kind of go back and I think like, man, like what to do this year, and it sucks so much that I can't be there to cook and to bring flowers and the whole nine like I would. But I do want to say that because of where I am is first and foremost credited to you. Um, you have been an unwavering support to me and my journey, and with me being in college and me really stepping into my adulthood, you have fostered and supported me growing and learning um, away from you, in a sense that I can figure things out and that I could figure things out for me. And I love the space and opportunity you've given to see how much you really had a foot on everything. And it's amazing. It's amazing. And I the first kind of lesson and thing that I think when I kind of reflect as I do um is the resilience that you've put in me, the resilience that I've learned from watching you pivot so much throughout life has and is one of the many reasons I am who I am and I am where I am now. Um, from raising me and my brother and my sister to moving us, relocating us, to supporting us, all throughout the years from from in the womb to out and into the world and becoming adults, exploring what life is, and special to me, supporting me throughout my college years, figuring out who I am and what I want for myself, how I make a name for myself, and what will drive me. How do I find my purpose and chase that? You have been there coaching and guiding as much as you could, the best you could, year after year after year. And I'm so appreciative and thankful and glad that I have that opportunity and space and relationship to be where I am now, and to have what we have. And I just think back to like early moments where I feel like there was more or less a beginning of where things of where things was, and when we first started our relationship. And it takes me back to when we first moved, from our hometown to Charlotte, and it has been. Wait, I'm cold. So I'm back, but I think back to when when we when we first moved to Charlotte, and how my brother and sister started working, and a lot of times for a good bit before I started working with them, it was just us in the house. And I will always have these thoughts in my head as I was becoming more aware and discovering more of who I was in that time period. 12, beginning puberty. I thought as to, yes, I love my mom because she's my mom, but I don't want to love my mom just because she's my mom. I want to know who she is, understand who she is, and how she thinks and feels about different things. And children form their own opinion based on many things. And me being an adult now, we've had so many conversations on that alone, because I I know now kind of the thought processes behind different things that you might have went through. And like just looking at, like, man, like this is what she was doing, like this is what she was going through. And it's like just the revelation of, like, wow, like I couldn't have imagined, like me being 21 now, I couldn't imagine taking care of three children, working and being in school. And I'm only in school, and that's all I have to worry about. And then bills and the other responsibilities, and dealing with your children's families, that is a lot. It's a lot just to deal with my brother, my sister, even even you at times, in a sense of like you get so caught up and preoccupied in your world. I couldn't imagine having to be conscious and aware of and immersed in not only my personal life but all of my children's and their families and my family. That's a lot to juggle. That for me now, so I couldn't imagine it for you. And I'm just so awed at the fact, like, she did it. And I had a conversation with some of my coworkers, some of my advisors, mentors, and we was just kind of having a conversation of like you've came a long way. And we was kind of talking about different responsibilities that I have, and it was like, yeah, like, and then imagine if you added stuff to that pot, and being in a space to where you have to. And that was kind of the theme of like, you do it because you have to. And I agree in a sense, but then I just think back, like, there's so many other families and people to where they should, but they don't. And you don't have to. It's a relationship is a commitment. It's an agreement between two people. And whether you are the leading figure of that relationship, or the authority, or the guidance, the backbone, the balance of it that is between y'all. There's many times where people's parents has quit on them. I've seen it. I've experienced it with other family, and I can always say my mom has always been there, no matter what. Um, Chosen me over opportunities, over anything, and I live for that, and that's something I'm most appreciative of. And that was really the first lesson I kind of learned without it being spoken is to have an open heart and open mind always, because you don't know what someone's going through. You don't know what someone has been through or what someone is trying to overcome. Never judge. And I grew up very mannerable. I've grown into this gentleman that I am now because my mom was someone who cared. My mom is someone who cares and always cares and tries to have the best interests in people and keep a good heart. And that's something I aspire to keep within myself. I always look for the good and stay optimistic in what people can be, and also trust who they are, who they show you to be. Um, and it's it's gotten me so far. I've been able to have this roof that's over my head, and with furniture and a bed and food that I can eat. Uh, it's 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 been amazing. It's been amazing to be in this space, and every day I wake and I walk around. It's a testament of what you've instilled in me, what you've given me, and I'm just so appreciative. And the the power and knowledge that you gave me is something I will always hold on to. Understanding the power of prayer and and, and having faith. And I remember a conversation where we were talking. You told me even if I couldn't be there, even if I'm not there, God will. And that's something that has gotten me through these past 2 years, especially just through everything I've been through, of not having housing for college and not knowing how it's gonna get paid, and that with prayer and with faith, it's been taken care of. And there's just so much and so many lessons that you've given me that I think about. And I want you to know that I hold them near to my heart every single day. I I love you more and more every day, and I'm so happy and thankful for where we are. And I hope to continue to grow our relationship, to learn more about each other, to love each other, to be there, supportive, and go through go through the motions that we do. Um, I wouldn't trade you for anything. I don't regret anything. I loved every moment, from the tears to the the disagreements. It's brought me exactly where I am. I wouldn't trade it. I don't want you to ever feel like I don't think of you. You're not mentioned. You're not loved and cared for by me, because that would never be true. You're one of a kind and special, and I hope you had a great birthday. So, you know, that was lessons my mom taught me, and thank you. Yep.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's been more than 15 years since my mom passed away, but there's not a day that goes by that I don't think of some of the principles that she taught me. Eloise Vera Harvey. I adored her. She taught me so many things. One of the biggest lessons she taught me was about image. My mother was a Sunday school teacher. It was important for her that we dressed up to go to church. And my mother was saved, so she went to church all the time. Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, we skipped Thursday, Friday, we missed Saturday and Sunday, both morning and night service. That's prayer meeting, Bible study, choir rehearsal, usher board meeting number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I really was considering going to hell at one point because I thought that it was just too much church. But her image, her concern with image was everything back then. You got to dress up to go to church. That was her thing. It's been instilled in me. I dress up all the time. I think about her when I'm tired. You know, they asked me to do this. I said, I'll take a shot at it, but it's a difficult thing for me. Okay. I can only hope that in everything that she's taught me, that somehow she's somewhere watching me. I hope that I've made her proud of the man I've turned out to be. Haven't always been where I should have been in my life, but I was trying. And I look at my life and where it's turned out. I think about all of the moments of things she taught me about acts of kindness and how to treat people and do unto others that you would have them do unto you, and don't do nothing to a woman that you won't nobody do to your mama or your sister. I remember her talking to me about respecting women. And if you can ever grow up, do something on behalf of women, always honor them, son, because you'll need them until the day you leave here. I remember that. I remember her lessons about faith. She taught me to pray. She taught me about the weapon of prayer, how vital it is, how important it is. Whether you believe that or not, that don't really matter to me. It has worked for me every single time I've used it. So as I sit here on a set that's mine and a TV show and everything else I got, it's because Eloise Vera Harvey taught me about the love of God and the respect of people. I love my mom.